Today on Yester Kitchen, we're going to go back to those beautiful contribution cookbooks and make a grandma specialty. You're going to love it. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Jill and this is Yester Kitchen. If you're new here, welcome. It would be an honor to have you join us as we explore retro history through food, glorious food. Oh my goodness. Today, we rarely bake anything sweet on this channel. Today's our day. So we are going to this glorious, and I'll tell you why it's so glorious, cookbook. This is the Egremont Presents The Sporty Kitchen. Egremont was a school in Sherman Oaks, California. It may still be there, I don't know. But this is their cookbook that they put out as a fundraiser. And it's sporty because, as you can see, every single tab is kind of for each, like, you know, with whatever dish. They're all sports themed like that. Isn't that cute? So today we are gonna make Nana's famous yum yum cake. And when I say yum yum, I mean yum yum. I mean, I'm serious. And I wanna thank John Bass for submitting this. I picked this recipe for a couple reasons. First of all, it is yum yum. Second of all, it's a grandma's recipe. How can you not make a grandma's recipe? And third, very few men have ever contributed to these contribution cookbooks. So we gotta celebrate that too. So let's get started with this fabulous cookbook. My oven is on 350. And in my happy little mixing bowl, another thing you're gonna love, you don't need a mixer, watch. I have a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and we're gonna add a teaspoon, boop, oh, not all boops, wait, everyone in. It's very important to get all your baking soda because that's your leavening agent. There we go. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And we're just gonna take our trusty whisk and we're gonna mix this all around. And you really wanna make sure that it's just very well incorporated. Now, I know there's some amazing bakers out there. I watch you all the time. So I can't compete with that. So what I love, you know, is easy. Now what we're gonna do is move this just to the side and bring in a 1 cup measuring cup, has to be a 1 cup, with 2 eggs in it. And we're just gonna break them and beat them just really quick. Come on, you guys, everybody gets mixed together. Now, check this out. I have heavy cream, and we're gonna pour enough heavy cream to equal 1 cup. Isn't this awesome? This is how fast it goes. And in goes our eggs and our cream. And don't worry, there's more cream coming. This is a grandma cake because this is just fabulous. Okay, so we're just gonna start mixing this around. And anytime, like I always say, that you're putting flour into liquid, use a whisk. It just makes it happier. So give me 1 second, I'll get this all together for you. So here we go. Nice and smooth. All the flour is incorporated. Look, it just doesn't get any easier. Into this, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. We're just gonna incorporate that, and our cake is pretty much done. Now the yum yum part comes from an amazing frosting that we're gonna be making while this cake is baking. Here we go. We're gonna get this out of the way. And in comes an 8x8 baking pan, which I have floured and greased. If you have the spray, I don't have it here in Palm Springs. If you have the spray, by all means do it. You just wanna make sure that your pan is well greased. And then in goes everybody. Absolutely everybody, just like that. Come on, batter. I'm sorry if my hand's in the way. It's just not the easiest thing to do, but I'm trying really hard. Sure, it's spread around a little bit evenly. Okay, in our oven for 40 minutes, and we'll be right back to make the frosting. Now it's time to make this frosting unbelievable in taste, unbelievable in simplicity. Let's do this. Okay, we have a medium saucepan. And in here, you want to start with 2 tablespoons. And I've got the fire on very low because this is a really very powerful oven. So just adjust as you can. See, it's already sizzling and literally it's on the lowest setting. Okay, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of butter, 10 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now 10 tablespoons really kind of equates to 6.25 cups. So we're just gonna go with 10 tablespoons because make it a lot easier. And along that same line, 6 tablespoons of heavy cream, because 6 tablespoons kind of equates to, like, I don't know, 3.75 a cup. So just make it easier on yourself and just do that. Okay. Look at this. I mean, seriously, sugar frosting, creamy cake. Okay. So we're just going to cook this, and we're going to cook until heavy threads form when you kind of pull it up. Now, of course, we just did it, so it's not going to happen yet. We're going to give it a few minutes. I'm going to sit here for you, and I will be back when that happens, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's been about 4 or 5 minutes, and there you go. Look, it's bubbled up. It's solidifying a little bit. It's all the sugar's melting. What's happening is all the water is coming out of the sugar, and it's like just kind of, there's heavy threads. Look at that. So that's good. So now we're going to turn off our fire. And where did I put it? There it is. My kitchen's so tiny here in Palm Springs. We are going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And get it off that fire. And then we'll stir it around just like that. And your frosting is done. How fabulous is this? Now, this is going to cool down while our cake finishes baking. That's going to cool down. And when they're both cooled down, we're going to bring them together. And they're going to be BFFs. You're going to absolutely love this. See how easy it is? Done. I'll see you in a few. Okay. Egremont presents the Sporty Kitchen, and within that Sporty Kitchen, we have Nana's famous Yum Yum cake, courtesy of John Bass. Okay, so this is just the cake. Don't worry, don't worry. So I had a goof. I had to remake my frosting. Here is what you really want it to look like. You want it to be caramely, and I let it cook too long. So I had to make the whole thing all over again. Don't let it super boil. I made it once before, it worked beautifully, and I don't know what I was thinking. So life happens, right? So don't let it super boil. Just let it, as soon as it starts boiling, you can see the threads, and it's gonna thicken up as it sits, as it cools, which is cool now. Cake is cool now. Now let's make Nana's. Oh, now that's what you want. That's exactly what you want, because now it's spreadable. So we'll get the rest of this glorious, glorious frosting. The weird thing is, in the cookbook, he describes this as maple frosting. Guys, this tastes nothing like maple. It's more butterscotch, not butterscotch, brown sugary, butterscotchy, caramely, Nana's famous Yum Yum cake. So Nana, what do you call your grandma? I'm really curious. My grandma, I called Grandma Ann, and my grandkids call me, you ready for this? I love it, Gigi. I'm Gigi, and I absolutely love it. So I'm really curious what you guys used to call your grandma. I'm noticing this corner doesn't have quite the frosting it needs. There we go. So, well, there's our topic of the day. What did you call your grandma? What do your grandkids call you? Okay, now that we have this glorious, glorious cake, we're gonna cut into it. Let's see what all the hype has been about. And trust me, there is hype, and it's well-deserved. Okay, first piece. Look at that beautiful cake. Uh-oh. So Nana, this truly is a Yum Yum cake. Let's see. It's simple. It's perfect. The frosting is amazing. Make it for your grandma. Make it for your grandkids. And of course, I don't have my martini because you gotta have coffee with martini. And I know what you're asking. Where's my Yester Kitchen mug? Oh, I miss it so much. When I moved to Palm Springs, I had to really reduce what I brought, and my Yester Kitchen mug is back in Idaho. But I will be reunited with it once again, and next year you'll start seeing it again. So thank you once again. Loving, loving, loving these contribution cookbooks. If you would like to explore more dishes from your childhood or just the past, I invite you to subscribe. I release new videos every week. In the meantime, there's some more retro dishes for you. And remember, every dish, even Nana's famous Yum Yum cake, oh my goodness, has a story. I will see you in the next video.